Hello there, staff. It's Sunday evening here at the Blue House, but I'm going to go ahead and record this video tonight so that you have it first thing in the morning when you get to your teleworking. Some important information here. First of all, I want to say I don't think I sent you a staff update video all last week, and didn't really have much new information to share with you, so I didn't want you to have to take time to watch one. But anyway, good to hear from all of you last week that I was able to talk to, and hope all of you are still doing very well, you and your family. All right, so in this video, I'm going to go over just a few things that are included in the email along with this. Obviously, you're watching this first. As soon as you're done watching this video, I've got a Screencastify that is also linked in the email. And it's about how to choose the final mark for students around the COVID-19 codes. All right, so it goes along with a document that is also linked. So you've got two links in there. You got the Screencastify link. You're going to watch that, and then you've got a copy of that document that that you'll use after you watch the video and understand how to do this. I'm not trying to treat you like you're stupid. I know a lot of you will very much understand how to do this, but the first tab on that document will be important to you anyway, because that gives you your students' GPA at the end of the first semester, which is what you're going to be using to help choose whether or not the numeric average is the best or the PC19 code. Again, I'm not going to go through all that here again because it's on the Screencastify and you've already got to listen to that. So if you'll open that Screencastify up, listen to it, it'll explain how to use that document in choosing the final mark. The one thing I do mention in the video is Miss Bunn will follow all this up with information about where that goes in PowerSchool. So she'll be the person telling you where it goes. I'm just telling you how to pick it. Once you've picked it, she'll tell you where it goes. I'm not sure which, if you're just going to override the F1 or if that's going to go in another column. We've been having some debate about the PC19 code that is in or the C19, I think, column that is in PowerSchool. She'll get up with you on that so that you have that information, okay? So the grading document, again, it says it in the Screencastify. You'll open that up, make a copy for yourself so that you can do all the things that I talk about as far as manipulating it in the video. All right, only other thing I might mention to you is graduation. A lot of fireworks around graduation last week. Our Board of Education has decided to defy the governor's order and try to hold an in-person graduation. There's still a ton of details out there about that. A lot of questions coming from families. This weekend I've answered a lot. I'm sure next week that'll get fired up even more. If you get any questions about it, just tell them that they'll need to contact me and I will answer their questions or concerns about graduation at this point in time. But hopefully by sometime this week we'll be able to nail down all the details and be able to start announcing how everything's going to work, including for staff. So you'll be listening for that also. There's one attachment to this email also, and it's about our return to the work site plan for teachers and school employees. So we do need to finish up for the summer. You need to get your things and get your classroom finished up and ready for summer storage and cleaning. You'll see a document in there that explains how to do that. It basically says that starting Monday, tomorrow, the 1st of June, you can start coming in to do that process if you like. There's a lot of details in there about trying to keep the number of people in the building low at one time. I'm not going to super worry about that because I'm just going to assume you're going to use common sense when you go in to do this, that if there are quite a few people in the building that will use good social distancing. Obviously, you're encouraged to use PPE as appropriate, but also that you just don't get large groups of people together in one spot. Right now, the governor has said maximum of 10 people in an area indoors at one time using good social distancing rules. So just follow that. If you get to school and there's a lot of people there, don't freak out about that. Just make sure you go to your classroom, and that if you do run into people and you want to talk and socialize, that's fine. Just use good social distancing. Wear your PPE as appropriate. Make sure that we don't get more than 10 people in one area. The building is big enough that I think we could look at each classroom as an area, so we would be fine there, okay? Obviously, if you went to an area where there were quite a few people congregated, just be careful there. All right, but you can read that document. It talks about in there about what you're doing. A lot of rooms have already been moved around, cleaned, and different things done to them because the custodians have not wasted time during these last, I think now 11 weeks they've been working. So If you really want to check, you can check with Miss Lisk. Or if you have your custodian's contact information, you can check with them and make sure that your room is one that we can get to on the day that you decide to go. So if you're planning on going on the 1st, on Monday, tomorrow, by all means that we could start that. Just check either with Miss Lisk or your custodian to make sure that that makes sense for you. They may tell you to wait till Wednesday or something like that. We'll be at the school on Wednesday again doing a lot of things. We'll announce on Morning Announce tomorrow that seniors can begin to turn in computers if they're done with all their classes. We're not encouraging seniors to turn them in if they still have work to do, but if they still are done with all their classes, we're going to start taking those up. 9th through 11th graders will be keeping their computers over the summer, so that's a new thing that will be happening this summer, but that's just because it's going to be really challenging to take that many computers up in the form that we're going to have to. All right, I think that's all I've got for you on this staff update. I probably will be back with you more often between now and wrapping things up to make sure that that I'm keeping you informed. End of the year checklist, I haven't really put that together. A lot of people have been asking me, do we have to do that as normal? I'm going to look it over and see, but I think right now with just everything going on, we're probably not going to be using an end of the year checklist. It's just going to be too logistically hard for you to fill it out and get it back to me. Obviously, we'll just assume that I may just send it out just sort of as a reminder of the things, but not something that we take up. All right, that's all I've got for you. Call me if you need me. I'm here, available for you. Call me if you need me.